Have you ever noticed how cat and dog receives love? Dog always runs towards you, always seeks your attention, cannot even be long time in the house without you, always wants to cuddle with you, be around you, looks in your eyes like begging to for you to give them your attention. Cat is completely different. Cat can live on their own. They can be long time alone in the house. They don't come to you when they don't want to. They only do this when they're in the mood. She simply exists in her own energy. She knows her worth. And somehow everyone wants cat's attention, wants to have a cat around them, right? I believe many women forgot about this part of us, this part of our nature that's natural to us, because in the modern world, we're all pushed to hustle, to achieve, to play the same roles as men do, to reach success in career, to earn the same amount of money, to feel equal. But we're not equal. It's like when you push a cat to become a dog. It's like when you push a dolphin to live in like the water tank with fish, with small fish. It's just not working and you start feeling uncomfortable over time, you know? Thing is, she will never feel home in this state. She will only become more exhausted, right? When she tries to prove, when she tries to overgive, when she tries to run towards you, to seek your attention, to give, right? This is not how it works. A true woman is like a cat that knows her worth, that lives in her own world and feels more with her nature. It's like the same as the diamond that's valuable by itself. It doesn't run after anyone. So in this video, I want to talk about 10 habits of a deeply, highly valued woman, which you see around you, with the ones that have everything, the ones that have healthy relationship, even great career, but they don't do much. They don't do from the state of the need, from the survival instinct to earn more money. They do it out of love. They are like cats that whenever she wants, she comes and she gives her like value to this world. But whenever she doesn't come, you know? And of course, she is valued by the world. She lives in her own nature. And all of us should remember that because our society plays bad jokes with us. My name is Julia. I'm a therapist, I'm a coach, I'm a numerologist, spiritual mentor, channeler, and much more. I help women find inner balance, find connection with their soul, higher self, build healthy relationship from this state, especially if you're a high overachieving person. You need to watch my videos because I will help you find that balance. Step number one, habit number one. This cat woman, always chooses herself first. It doesn't mean she's selfish, not at all. It means that her state of mind comes first, even if she has kids, even if she has family that she needs to give to, right? She starts with herself. She puts the mask, as we do on an airplane, to herself first because she knows if she doesn't do this, no one's going to be happy. If she is a mom and she just gives to her children, and they're not going to value this, you know, she needs to be in this strong energy, in this like confidence, in this cat vibe. She knows that if she's tired, she cannot give. So she puts her inner state and self first. She does practices. She rests when she needs to rest. Number two, she has a beautiful life outside of the relationships, etc., even friendships. She knows that if this person disappears from her life, it's okay. She's going to survive. She does not hold and live someone else's lives because she is a cat. She has her own life. If her human leaves the house, she has her own life. She will, I don't know, paint, she will dance, she will do whatever she likes. She has her own life, which is full of emotions, and everyone feels magnetic to this because who doesn't? Who doesn't want to be around someone who has such an incredible, colorful brightness? You want to get the piece of this energy. You want this cat to cuddle next to you after because she gives you this vibe of like, you know, fulfillment, right? And that's a true woman. Number three, she protects her energy, not because she is like defensive or she's greedy with it, as I said in the point one. No, it's just because if she feels some people are just dragging her attention and they're toxic, they make her feel low, they make her feel less confident, she's not gonna spend time there. She's gonna say no, she's gonna walk away. She is going to stay alone. Even she doesn't care, she's a cat, she can stay alone, she doesn't need anyone, but she will prioritize her energy because her peace makes the house peace as well, right? And that's the true nature of a woman. And if she feels at certain point of time that someone took her energy away, she's gonna cut it out. She's gonna cut these people out of her life. Number 4, she doesn't perform for love, for attention, for the love of people, not only her partner. She doesn't become small for someone or convenient or comfortable. She will not shrink herself just to fit in, you know? If she doesn't fit in, she's gonna walk away, right? It's okay. It's fine, even if her human today is not in the mood to cuddle or to give her attention. It's fine. She can just stay in the other room. That's how cat acts. And this is exactly what this woman would do. She would understand that someone makes her follow their interests, and let's say even if it's her partner at the moment, if he makes her feel less, like more comfortable for him and follow his habits and interests, she's just gonna do whatever she wants to do. And even if the roads are gonna be go different ways for them, that's okay, because she knows whatever I just said above. She knows her worth, and she knows that she is basically this safe place people come to. She doesn't run to become, she doesn't become comfortable to serve, to run after someone. So maybe they give her something back. She's good on herself. Number 5, she trusts her intuition in her gut. You know about cats that sometimes they feel if, let's say the owner is sick, they feel the nature changes, and the true woman is the same. So women in general, we have a cycle, right? And in the ancient times, every woman was following the moon calendar, and we are connected to moon, we are connected to water waves, to water changes. Just like cats, we are connected to nature much more than men. And of course, what happens in the modern world when you start living like a man, going to 9 to 5 job, working in the office, doing like gym and just like routine and schedule and achievements, and of course you forgot, and you may have even issues with your cycle and everything else, because you are not living with your true nature. Women is the nature itself. We create lives, we give birth. Of course, we have this cycle, right? So we depend on the moon. We know what's come, we feel more. This is why women always remember the times when women were actually considered witches. It was not men, it was women. Why? Because they knew more. They knew more, they felt more, they felt something's coming. It's not magic, it's just pure intuition that everyone could have. And women just has bigger, like all women have more access towards this knowledge if they want to. This is just the nature. And if a woman lives a life of a man, she completely disconnects from that. She doesn't feel her intuition. She doesn't feel her connection to the higher self, to nature, and that's a block. So you need to develop it just like cats do. How? Of course, you need to disconnect from mind and go more into your body, to the feelings. Number 6, she needs when to walk away. Cats never beg. If they came to you and for some reason you didn't play with them, you didn't pet them, they would just leave and either go to another person or just like go and do things by themselves. Same with women. Women by nature, as I said, they don't go, they stay, and things come to them. This is how feminine energy works in general, feminine nature. So they will never go after, they will walk away from the place that doesn't fit them, from the people that don't fit them, right? So they don't beg. Number 7, she keeps growing, she keeps learning, she keeps trying to understand more and feel more. And this is connected to what I said previously about, like, remember in ancient times, women were like considered witches because they had some knowledge, and a true woman continues growing. She is not just like, you know what, I'm not going to do anything now. This is another opposite. So there are women which are high achieving, which do everything, and there are women which don't want to do anything, and they just want to be provided by the man and just stay home and do nothing. So those two opposites are not a true feminine nature. A true feminine nature is in between, when the woman is, like I said, in her center, in her peace. She never begs, she never runs, but at the same time, she constantly grows, she constantly learns, she constantly gets the knowledge from herself, from her intuition. She is seeing the world, she is learning and growing. That's a true woman. Number 8, she keeps her peace. Because, as point 1, I told you that the state of a woman defines the state that, like, around her, for her children, for her family. So she knows that her peace is something that's going to affect not only her but others. So she keeps it. She works on it. She always returns to it. She knows the magic of her aura, creating it for others. Always a woman is the safe place for a man, a safe place for her family. So she knows it. She's like a fireplace that people want to come to, like a cat that they want to cuddle. Real woman will not do drama or crazy emotions. She knows how to use them. Of course, she has it. Of course, every woman has a lot of emotions, but a true woman with, like, her nature, connected to her nature, she knows how to guide that energy. And that leads me to point number 1. The woman she always be connected to her emotions, to her body. How? So there's so many ways how we can be connected to it, either through body practices. If it's to body, she relaxes, she has like good sleep, she does exercise, she goes to dancing, to yoga. She feels her body, she feels it in every cell of her body. And in terms of emotions, she knows when, let's say, of course, like I said, we have a cycle. So when there is a peak of a cycle and your emotions are super, super heightened, of course, she knows what to do. She will go paint, for example, or she will go sing, or she will go do some other art practice. She knows how to guide her emotions. Maybe she will write. She will not just sit and use it on other people. No, she will just direct it right. This is the strength of a woman. She knows her power. She knows emotions is her power, and she directs it. She directs it to create, because every woman, all women are creators. They create much more than men, of course, because women create life. Imagine, of a man including, or a woman, we create life. So of course, one of the power and the strength that we have is to create. So she directs her emotions, which are given to her to create. She directs it to create art pieces or whatever it is, food. Number 10, I guess, is my favorite, is she chooses love over everything. Love as a verb, love as an emotion, as like a very, very high vibrational emotion, comes from women. Because men are mostly living in their lowest chakras, so they are living mostly with like the first and the second chakra, when they are connected to the earth, to the material energy, to the energy of, like, money, and, like, foundations, covering the basic needs. And that's how it was always the case, right? But women, they are connected with anahata, with the heart chakra, and above. More, of course, the other chakras too, but this chakra is very, very important. Anahata comes from feminine energy. It's a very feminine energy, and women is the one that creates real love. Women is the one that like pushes this emotion for the men, even because men, as you know, when relationships start, for men it starts definitely with hormones, with the physical aspect. For women it's the other way around. So women create love, and she becomes this, like, as I said, fireplace of love that every man wants to come to and get the piece of it, because most of the men cannot feel this emotion, cannot feel the love without his cat women, without the woman nature. Because men in general, they don't have this emotional aspect, except if they have a lot of feminine codes in their birth code psychology. But still, most of the men don't have this aspect, and they need to be around their woman to feel the emotions, to feel the love, to feel energy boost. It's like a battery, the real cat nature women, she boosts this battery for the man, and he becomes stronger. He wants to do more for her, and this love triggers him to achieve more, to do for her. In my opinion, the biggest mistake that all women do is trying to become more attractive looks wise, to fit in more to society where men chooses them. But this is the mistake. What we all need to do is to get aligned with our true nature of this cat, of this real woman who is connected to nature, who is connected to her body, who doesn't chase, who attracts everything, who is a magnet, who will always choose to feel, not to act. And that's when things start shifting, because even in career, even if she wants to be successful in business, she can do it from the male energy or the female energy. So if she chooses to act like a complete different animal, it's going to be hard. But if she connects to her own energy, it's going to become much easier, right? So I hope it was useful for you. Comment below if you have any questions or comments on what I just shared. And of course, as I always say, there are different codes in our birth code psychology in our birthday. Some of them are more masculine, some are more feminine. Some women, even if what I have masculine codes, even if whatever I shared, it's not natural and easy for me to feel. But we all need to reconnect with our true nature, because now we're in human bodies. We need to connect to our anahata, to our heart chakra, to feel more, because it's just gonna make our life more fulfilled and easier. Thank you guys, and much love.